Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers will host their annual blue and white scrimmage this season, and some players that are on that promo is a little bit interesting to me. A former 76ers player is retiring. Caleb Martin had some things to say about Tyrese Maxiell's leadership headed into this season. The Sixers put out an all-access episode looking at their entire summer, and I'm going to take a part out of that I really liked. If you haven't heard it, you're going to want to hear that. And another video of Andre Drummond shooting threes, and I want to present to you a scenario. And you give me, your answer, what you think in the comments. Two things at the end of this video that I want to ask your opinion on. All right? All that and more coming up on Run It Back Philly. Sixers preseason edition, something like that. Yeah.
Run It Back Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Perfect. Give me my hat.
Run It Back Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Run It Back Nation, what is good? Tomorrow is the Philadelphia 76ers' very first official preseason game against an actual NBA team, not the New Zealand Breakers or the whatever team, the Shanghai Sharks, whatever. Yeah, some things we're going to talk about before that game tomorrow right now. All right, give me 1 million likes on the video. But realistically, let's try to get 1,000, okay? If you watch this content, you enjoy it, be one of the people that hits that like button to get us up over 1,000 likes. And we are approaching 25,000 subscribers. Help us get to 25,000. If you watch these videos and you're not subscribed, do us a little favor, hit the subscribe button and get all the merch on runitbackphillyshop.com. Let's get down to business. Now check it out. What's up? What's going on with my? Oh, I got the sizing wrong. Sorry. Hold on a second. Producer, get your stuff together. Listen, the Sixers will host their annual blue and white scrimmage at Chase Fieldhouse on the 20th, and I forgot they even still do this because I just thought that was something they did during the process era where everybody was excited to see some of the players, and it was like the Ben Simmons hype was still going on and stuff. So I forgot that they still do this. Apparently they are still doing it. And it says on here, the free event will feature newcomer and 9-time NBA All-Star Paul George and 2024 Olympic gold medalist Joel Embiid and 2024 NBA All-Star Most Improved Player Tyrese Maxiell in addition to the complete 2024-25 76ers roster. How about let's not do that? Okay? Let's not do that at all. I don't want that to happen. I don't want any of these players. I don't want these players to be there doing that. Okay? It's a nice idea, the scrimmage thing, but is Paul George and Joel Embiid really going to play in this scrimmage? No. Let's just hope that they said the free event will feature these players, meaning they will be there. But let's not have these players play in any type of meaningless blue and white scrimmage, okay? But shout out to you if you're going to that event. I'm sure it will be a fun time. Danny Green has announced his retirement, or will be announcing his retirement after 15 NBA seasons. I had a love-hate relationship with Danny Green. My guy Trilbro Dude on Twitter says the Sixers are the only team Danny Green didn't win with, and he got injured both times in the playoffs. So there's that. The curse of Philadelphia sports. If you were watching the Phillies game last night, it just continues. But this Sixer season is looking like, I can't believe I'm saying it again, but this season is really looking like they can get some things done. All right. Let's listen to Caleb Martin talking about Tyrese Maxiell.
You've obviously played against Tyrese a lot in the past, but I mean, being able to kind of see him up close and personal, about this that couple of weeks, what's kind of stood out to you about his game?
Dog. He's a dog. He's consistent. He comes in every day. He works hard. I know he's a young guy, but obviously just signed a new contract. A lot of guys could, take their foot off the gas. I feel like he's probably put it on even more. And, he just dedicated to the craft. And really good kid too. You know what I mean? He just got a good head on his shoulders. Knows exactly what he wants, and you can tell he really wants to be great. So he's infectious to the group. I'm excited to play with him.
You've obviously played against Tyrese a lot.
That's the part. That's the part. That's the part. That's the part. Look, a lot of guys sign contracts, and they could take their foot off the gas. Tobias Harris. Tyrese Maxiell seems like he put his foot on the gas even more.
They just signed a new contract. A lot of guys could, take their foot off the gas. I feel like he's probably put it on even more.
I love it. I love it. We have a player who's dedicated and wants nothing more than to be great and win. It's a breath of fresh air after what we've been through in this Sixers era. Okay. Here is the 76ers blue and white, not blue and white, the all access video that they posted, and I don't have my notes up because I'm terrible at this. I still don't know why anybody watches these videos. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Around 2:54, the Sixers posted this all access video, and we're going to go to about 2:54 where there's a couple of interviews that have not been seen yet. And 2:50, right around here. Okay, let's listen to it.
We're put onto the puzzle. They're all coming together as we get closer to training camp, and we're working out together, and you can kind of see glimpses of greatness and glimpses of this organization moving as a family and coming together for a bigger goal.
What's the feeling like being back?
Feels like
Oh, sick. Nice. We're going to get some Twitter buffering when Kelly Oubre is trying to talk.
together as we get closer to training camp, and we're working out together, and you can kind of see glimpses of greatness and glimpses of this organization moving as a family and coming together for a bigger goal.
What's the feeling like being back?
Feels like
Freezing right at the same time, huh? Andre Drummond in the building.
Philly definitely is one of the best fan bases I've played for, easily.
Philly is definitely one of the best fan bases I've played for, easily, Andre Drummond said. Everybody says that. Everybody outside of Philadelphia fan base says Philadelphia fans are terrible, but it's no coincidence that every time a player comes here, it's their favorite place to play. Because we care more about this sport and this game and these teams more than anybody should. And it resonates with the players, man. You want to be appreciated for the hard work you're putting in. And they get booed if they suck. It's what we do.
Mission accomplished. I got my cheesesteak. That's it right there. I think the pieces that we had figured out, we have a great chance to do something really special. So I'm excited to be back and be a part of something bigger than me.
I just keep saying I'm not sure we could have done much better. We got like the main superstar we wanted. We know we really needed a good backup center, and we got him in Drummond. The next group down had Caleb Martin probably at the top of it in most people's eyes, and we got him too, right? We get Kelly to come back, Kyle to come back. We add Eric Gordon.
Top to bottom, I think we have one of the most talented groups. And I think what I love most about it is we're all in different stages of our careers, but we mesh so well with one another, ultimately winning it all. I think that should be first and foremost, but also just building chemistry. I think when you look at the window that I'm here and the window Joel just re-signed for his contract, we have multiple years of playing alongside one another.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been saying it since all the signings went down. But, guys, this team is deep. This team is deep. This team has a lot of veteran role players. I mean, I agree with Nick Nurse. I don't think we could have done it any better. I don't think Daryl Morey could have done it any better. And if it doesn't equal a championship, he swung for the fences. He went all in. Yeah, he was handicapped with the Tobias Harris contract for a couple of years. We thought he should have just traded him for nothing a couple of times. He elected to wait it out. It felt like 100 years. But finally, that mega contract was off the books, and Daryl Morey went out and spent the money and put the team together. And I think he gave the Sixers the best chance to win a championship they've had since the 80s, bro. Seriously. Now, the last thing, there's two things I want to ask you guys, actually. Two things I want to ask you guys, okay? There's another video of Andre Drummond shooting threes, and Sam DiGiovanni says, obviously, it's just practice. Oh, let me get this up here for you. He said, obviously, it's just practice, but every single make I've seen has been a perfect swish. I want to ask you this. If Andre Drummond really did become a three-point shooter, you know, he hit the three-pointer in the preseason game, one from the corner. If Andre Drummond really did become a floor spacer, do you think, yes or no, and why in the comments, do you think you could actually see this season an Andre Drummond, Joel Embiid, Twin Towers lineup? Hey, if they're both able to spread the floor, I'm just saying it's a possibility. If you get in a situation where you're in a tight game and you're getting beat on the rebounds, maybe like the playoff series against the Knicks, and you need so much help in the rebound department or you're going to lose the game, Nick Nurse might get crazy and play Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond at the same time. What do you think about that? Now, the last thing I want to talk about is I was listening to Locked On 76ers with Kayla Santiago, new host of that show, and our boy, the greatest reporter of all time, Keith Pompey. And they raised the question, very early prediction for the seeding in the Eastern Conference. And Keith basically answered the question by saying it depends how many games Joel Embiid plays. If Joel Embiid plays a lot of games, I see the Sixers being the second seed. If he doesn't play a lot of games, I see the 76ers being the third seed behind the New York Knicks. And his reasoning for that had a lot to do with how the 76ers fell apart last year when Joel Embiid got hurt. But I'm here to tell you this. This is no longer a team on paper that will live and die by Joel Embiid playing or not playing. And there's two reasons for that. They're way deeper. Obviously, the additions of Paul George, Caleb Martin, Reggie Jackson, all the guys they added, Eric Gordon, all the guys they added, Andre Drummond. Also, year 5, Tyrese Maxiell. And if Joel Embiid doesn't play a lot of games this season, you're going to see an emergence of Tyrese Maxiell that the rest of the NBA world is not ready for. And I do not see them losing games the way that they lost games last year when Joel Embiid went down. Because when Joel Embiid went down, they were 16-27 without Joel Embiid last season. And most people that still try to hate on Tyrese Maxiell will bring up this and they'll say, oh yeah, well, if he's so good, you know, why did they lose so many games when Joel Embiid went down last season? They almost fell out of the playoffs. Tyrese Maxiell couldn't even keep the 5th seed or whatever. The team wasn't good, bro. The roster was not good. And you had a number 3 guy who was an embarrassment at the end of the day. Because Tyrese Maxiell without Joel Embiid last season averaged 26.3 points per game, 5 assists, and 3.7 rebounds. I mean, he had a 50-point game. He had 33, 42, 35, 51, 23, 28, 30, 35, 32, 33, 30, 30. What more could you ask from a 22-year-old player at that time? So in my opinion, Tyrese Maxiell did everything he possibly could without Joel Embiid. The rest of the team wasn't good enough. This season, without Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxiell being another year developed here, and then you add the depth that you add, this team, even if Joel Embiid doesn't play many games, can still be the 2nd seed in the East behind the Boston Celtics, or maybe even the 1 seed. New York Knicks fans are going to get a rude awakening this season. Hey, listen, man, that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out. First preseason game tomorrow. We're live streaming the whole thing. We're doing post-game live call-in show. We're getting back to business. Tomorrow night's going to be a fun one. Join me there. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all those things. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm out of here.